Well, I guess it's trial time then. I actually still don't know whether this is going to be a 1-day case or a 2-day case. I'm leaning towards maybe it being 2 days, because we didn't really find out really all that much during the investigation segment, and we haven't been to the hold yet. I could be wrong though, I was fully expecting case 4 to be a 2-day case, and it was only just purely trial. But anyway, September 22nd, that's actually somewhat close to... In fact, that's... Yes, that is exactly a week off my birthday. Yeah, I wonder how Ellen's gonna go during this trial. Is she gonna flip into her weird personality a lot, or not? And of course she is, because the modelers couldn't come up with a different model for her not wearing her wedding gown, obviously. But yeah, it's kind of nice they wrote that in as sort of a symbolic gesture. Anyway, overall though, at the moment my main suspect is Pierce, or Virion Man. He does have a definite motive for wanting to sabotage the marriage, but the real question is, I think we need to find out more about this guy. Also, I only just realized that his name is a pun on Doom and Gloom. Yeah, that was... I don't know why it's taken me a week of taking a break from the game to figure that out, but yeah. Oh, and there we go. It's already happened. I guess it's justified, though. Oh, wait, he's... I thought she was just thinking about him, but no, he's actually come in right now. Yeah, there's something... I get the feeling something happened... Well, I mean, you know, his sister did pass away, but... I know that's connected to everything, and I'm sure that that must have traumatized him somehow. Just the fact that he's just so quiet all the time. Huh? Yeah, and the fact that he's just so apathetic towards his fiancée as well. Huh. Yeah, there's gotta be something regarding this. I actually did have a slight idea. But again, I'm not gonna say it just in case it turns out to be true. But the thing is, he does clearly know her. Oh. So his love for her does seem pretty genuine. Or he could actually be a jerk and he's faking it. Ha ha ha! Yeah. And she's gonna snap back, isn't she? After blowing her nose. And powdering her face again. There's the snapback. No, don't worry, you won't. Still don't know much about Gloomsbury, though. I'm sure that's gotta be important. Yeah, and it's gonna be time to face off against Edgeworth in court. And I know he's gonna find some loophole to get around the self-defense thing. He's gonna claim that it wasn't. He's gonna claim it was premeditated somehow. The question is why? Why would he be so convinced? Obviously, this being an Ace Attorney game, there's gotta be something convincing, because... Didn't want to interrupt that, but the defendant always has a relatively plausible motive in the series. Except for Apollo Justice Case 3, where it didn't really make any sense. But anyway, let's ignore that. Hey, it's the old judge again. He may be a bit less reasonable than the Crime Judge, which is really saying something, but, yeah, he'll always be our lovable old judge. Wow, this is kind of a... Okay, it's been a while since I played Dual Destinies, but did they redo his model for this game? It looks different. Yeah, it's almost like this case was made as a giant nostalgia trip. Although I get the feeling that there's going to be a familiar face coming in quite soon who you're really not going to like. It's very nice that the judge is actually good friends with everyone. Yes, maybe we should go out and get some ramen burgers, which, again, I'd like to remind people are actually a real thing. Of course. I was about to say, Edgeworth banter's alright, but it's just not lighthearted. As always. Meanwhile, Edgeworth is probably innerly going like, it's not like I wanted to be invited to that party or anything. Oh, I love that animation so much. Okay. Oh no, I mean, that... Okay, I do feel like they did redo his models to be more in line with, like, these animations are almost a direct, like, one-for-one matchup with his classic series poses. Wow. Okay then, that is probably one of the best translations of tsundere. I mean, I don't even know, okay, like, obviously, I've never seen the Japanese version, so I don't know if she actually called him a tsundere here, but that is, like, one of the best English equivalents of tsundere I've ever seen. Anyway, let's get to actually relevant case stuff here. Okay. Yeah, we need to figure out why he had such animosity. Okay, so you are claiming the self-defense angle. Yeah, that's definitely the question. Uh-oh. Well, obviously, this is going to be bad for us, as it always is. So, it's either Emma or Larry? Okay, I'm going to guess Emma. Let's see if I'm right. That definitely is not Larry. Yep, it's Emma. Okay, so I called that one. Edgeworth and Emma Sky again. Working together. Of course, one of the times they worked together wasn't localized, but anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, for those who don't know, Emma is a complete Edgeworth fangirl. It's heavily implied the main reason she doesn't like Clavia in the Apollo Justice game is because she's an Edgeworth fangirl. Oh, and Phoenix is going to explain it too. They have worked on some cases together, again, one of which was never localized. Uh-oh, so yeah, back in the Corrine cases, obviously, because she didn't like Sadmahi that much, she was mostly on our side. But here, her Edgeworth fangirlism overrides her friendship with Phoenix. So, this is going to be bad for us. Yep. Speaking of popularity contests, I wonder who wins popularity contests between Phoenix and Edgeworth. I mean, I don't know, Edgeworth is pretty popular. Okay, this is mostly stuff we already know. Okay, yeah, we know that too. Twice. That we didn't know. Or did we? Let me just check if we have an autopsy report. We don't actually have an autopsy report. And Phoenix's reaction is definitely suggesting we didn't already know this. Edgeworth's probably going to present the autopsy report now, or Emma. First blow was to the back of his head. That knocked him unconscious. Oh, this is how they're going to counter the self-defense thing. They're going to say that he was knocked unconscious, and that would have been sufficient for self-defense, but no, he was hit again, and that killed him, which meant that someone really wanted him dead. Unless they didn't know that he was knocked out the first time and swung again, just for good measure. Ah, the Edgeworth shrug and headshake. Yeah. If she knew the first blow knocked him out... Yep. That is not good. And the Edgeworth Death Slam. Oh, of course. Of course it's belatedly. And the Edgeworth Bow. All of these animations are just a blast from the past. Yeah, I was about to say, and Smug isn't Edgeworth's default setting. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much never get to do that in the series. And of course, the judge is already on the prosecution side, as always. No, he hasn't. Timekeeper was the murder weapon. Are we sure that it was used to deliver both strikes, though? I mean, that'd be kind of hard to prove. Or would it? I mean, you could check to see if the injuries matched up. You probably could prove... Okay, so cause of death, cerebral hemorrhage from a strong blow to the head. That doesn't specify the weapon specifically. One contusion was found in the back of the head, one on the side. Oh, they were caused by the same weapon. Okay, then. But that leaves it open that it could not have been the clock, that it could have been something else. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of those just press everything cross-examinations. May have said it a lot during the series, but, oh hey, look at the Edgeworth, I'd screen, as the case would be. Usually, initial detective testimonies are just press everything, so that's what I'm going to do here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. It may not have been. Okay, it does. But what if there was another object that matched it? Okay, so that's fine. Yep. Okay, hit from behind.
Hold it!
Yeah, that's another thing that doesn't make sense here. Would he really, though? I mean, how big was he? And she was just a maid, so... She must have done something pretty impressive to cause him to run away. I don't really buy that. It sounds more like a sneak attack to me. They are theorizing about that. But yeah, Ellen is not exactly scary. Yep, nothing contradictory there, though, at this point.
Hold it!
I'm sure we're going to be getting another witness on this sooner or later. This is just... at first I was like, I was thinking, oh yeah, like the classic murder mystery thing of when someone comes across a crime scene. Oh, better grab the murder weapon! And get my fingerprints all over it and make myself look like a suspect, because that's what everyone does. But then the line turned into this, and then it's like, yeah, only in this series would you see a segue into a line like this.
Objection!
No, I have forgotten your, that's still Kyle, Hebert, I think his last name is pronounced. The voice of Frederick in Awakening. Surprised we haven't heard that objection any sooner. Yeah, she believed that, so it does make sense for her to have picked that up. If we got her to testify, she's pretty dead set on believing she's travelled through time. So it does make sense for her to handle the clock. I don't know. Of course, it was pretty stupid of her to pick up the clock.
Hold it!
Yeah, this is what's a bit suspicious. Unless she did knock him out the first time, but someone else came and finished the job. That's also a possibility. Since when did Edgeworth turn to Albie? Realised that a little bit late, but yeah. Looks pretty bad, but... Well, what motive does she have to kill? I mean, admittedly, he was trying to attack her, but we need to figure out why he had such an issue with her. Although, might have been because she was marrying into the household, but... Oh, unless we do need to present something, okay. Yeah, there is a contradiction here. Sometimes there is. So let's see what we have here. We've got... That doesn't seem like it works. Oh, okay.
Objection!
I meant to press examine, not that. Well, at least we've eliminated this piece of evidence. Oh, well, on this specific statement. And we get to see a... At least we got a funny conversation out of it. And the Edgeworth head tap. Okay, so that was... I should probably have saved at the start of this testimony. Let me just check this. She saw her dazed... Okay, right. Then again, we only have her word to go on here. Let me see what else we have. This probably... is not relevant now. Clock with a secret mechanism, no. Broken lantern. Nothing here seems to really disprove anything at this point. Oh yeah, this is obviously going to be important later, but, and obviously the fog machine's not important. That's also obviously not important. Wait a minute, I think I might have something here. Just thought of something looking at this. So, the victim was hit from behind and he fell over right into the lantern. Now, looking at the position of the victim in this photo, if he was hit from behind and fell into the lantern, shouldn't his body be upside down here? This looks more like he was struck... If he'd fallen into the lantern like this, he would have been struck from the front. But then again, just trying to think of this though, because if the lantern was upright at the time, it still doesn't make sense really if he was struck from behind. He'd be facing the other direction. And yeah, obviously the petals not being from the reception hall clearly indicate that he was probably killed in the hold. But I wonder if it is this. I wonder if it's not the number of strikes or the fact that he was struck, but more he fell over right into the lantern part combined with the behind thing. I haven't actually saved since the trial started though, so I should save here. Not, again, like Phoenix, I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm actually maybe only about 60% sure of this.
Objection!
But I got it! Okay then. Because I contradicted you again. Oh. Yeah. This doesn't suggest that he fell over... Yeah. He's facing the wrong way. I don't think he fell into the lantern. I think he was put inside the lantern and moved. Huh. Yeah. Up. Okay. For one, I was thinking that that was Edgeworth for a second, but, because he had voice holders in his own games, but not in this one, but it was Emma. Okay. Of course, she's an Edgeworth fangirl. Oh boy, don't say that within earshot of Edgeworth, he'd probably go, "Oh, what? Where's the Steel Samurai? Where's the Steel Samurai?" Wait, I don't like that show. No, it's only for little kids. I don't like that show at all. That's what I thought. But... yeah, that wasn't that big of a contradiction. Is it possible the victim's body was moved after he fell into the lantern? Oh, right. No, I think he must have been moved before he fell into the lantern because look at all the stuff that is inside the lantern. Like those petals which weren't found in the reception hall. If... Or wait, in some ways those petals actually prove that he could have been moved, But I don't think this is possible. Oh, right! The flowers are... the flower petals are on top of the body. And those petals aren't found in the reception hall. Maybe that's it.
Take that!
Oh, no. Oh wait, maybe I was on the right track, but it's these little fragments of wood here from the broken lantern on his body, because you see, if he was moved after he fell into the lantern, those should not still be there.
Take that!
I hope that's right. Yeah, there we go. So, I had the right idea, it was just the wrong object. Yeah. Yeah, so this does fit with my theory that he was put inside somewhere else and then he was moved, but if the lantern wasn't open then, how did the pedals get on it? Because the pedals are only... So if we look in here, in that photo of the hold, you can clearly see those pedals right there. That's obviously going to prove that he was in the hold somehow. Yeah, I think this isn't the same lantern that was there during the reception. I think it's a different lantern. I forget what time exactly the wedding reception happened. The autopsy report says the time of death was 10 to 1. After the reception. Yeah, she discovered it long after the crime was committed.
Objection!
But if it happened beforehand... She was clearly confronted by him on the balcony, if the opening scene is any indication, and that weird time travel thing happened, so... He must have been killed maybe immediately after that happened, somehow.
Objection!
It was her wedding. Yeah, that's what I thought. If the murder actually occurred before the reception, it opens up the possibility that... He was killed somewhere else is the logical, well, something that would logically come up at some point in the case, because I'm sure he was killed probably in the hold, maybe, or on the deck. Somewhere that wasn't the reception hall, obviously, because it was filled with people at the time. But, I mean, this is also obvious, but I don't think he was killed some other way. I'm gonna go with he was killed somewhere else. Yes, that is... Had a feeling we'd be going here sooner or later. Oh, I think I know where this is going. Yeah, I thought so. But this is coming up earlier in the case than I expected, so obviously there's gonna be a bigger twist involved. Okay, what proof? Okay, so... It could either be this... What proves the lantern and the body were moved from somewhere else? Either this... or this. It could really be either of them. It's the flowers, but I have two photos that show them. Although... This photo specifically does point out that petals were from flowers not found in the reception hall, so maybe it's because of that. Okay, that sounds almost like you specifically need to present this, so I wonder what happens if you present the other thing. Yeah, so now it's time to focus on this thing right here. I knew this was relevant from the start, I just picked the wrong time to present it the first time. Oh, that's pretty obvious if you look at another photo we have. Okay, so... Gotta present them in this order then.
Take that!
Now, Ellen was seen in the hold, so this could be bad for us.
Objection!
Well, those flowers weren't in the reception hall. And the judge is on our side again. Yes, let it go, Edgeworth, and move on. Wow! That was a cheap shot, Phoenix. Yep, he was there the whole time. And that'd explain why there were two Pegables there, even though there was supposed to be a female one.
Objection!
And of course, he has a way out of this. It involves Ellen being there in the hold, doesn't it? And I think this must be where Larry comes in, because he saw her there. Oh, another testimony from Emma, okay then. Oh, right. Yeah, the only reason I couldn't count this before was because we weren't actually given the time that the reception happened. No way it can be wrong, huh? I mean, estimated time of death has been wrong in case 3. And you are too at this point. Okay, let's do this. Second cross-examination time. Only 3 statements here, though. And yes, there actually are only 3 statements. Good, I would have looked really stupid if that wasn't the case. Okay. Could not have been killed before the reception. Autopsy report states the estimated time of death afterwards. Is there, though? Is there? Hang on a minute, let me just... Large amounts of dry ice. Not sure if that could have thrown off the time of death or not. then there's this. I think I'll try pressing the statements first. I'm thinking there's two possible angles here. Either we prove somehow that Emma is wrong here and that he could have been killed, that he could have in fact been killed before the reception, or
Hold it!
we show that even if he was, there's still proof that Ellen is innocent. So that didn't go anywhere.
Hold it!
Does have a pretty wide window, though. 10 to 1. Is he really, though? Unless... Unless the time travel thing was done via some elaborate illusion, not exactly illusion, but they changed all the clocks there so everyone thought that the reception was happening later in the day, when actually it was happening earlier, and they held a second reception later to make her think she travelled in time.
Hold it!
Yeah, just like back in case 3. But yeah, no snow. There was dry ice though, but I don't think that really could have worked. Yeah. I just don't know if dry ice could be used that way. The autopsy report states the estimated time of death was after the reception. That is right, but... So just looking at this again. After the ceremony out on the... Okay, so the wedding ceremony happens on the Vista deck. They light up the happy couple from both sides. Were they lit up in the photos? I mean, hopefully we're done with this for now. I'd say I think we're done with this for now, but don't want to say that because we actually may not be. Think for again, could you use dry ice that way? Is there enough of it to cool down the body enough to make the time of death wrong? So... you can't even see the pegables here, so I can't tell if they're lit up or not. And that's obviously not going to be important here. And again, there wasn't fridges big enough to stuff a body into. Were there dry ice machines down here? 10... Oh, okay, it was at night. Okay, 10 PM to 1 AM. It was late at night. Yeah, again, they could have done some kind of a timing illusion with the whole time travel thing. I wonder if it is the dry ice stuff. But Phoenix did say Emma had overlooked something important in the second one, but then again Edgeworth did say he was bluffing. But then again, he could be just trying to salvage things. Is it the dry ice?
Objection!
Yes, it might be. Yeah. Yeah, you weren't there for the time that we had to do this previously. Yeah, so there is a possibility. I'm expecting an Edgeworth objection. No one said I got gavel. Oh, hey, he's finally acknowledged us, but I'm sure we haven't dismissed the notion that Ellen is guilty entirely, though. He's gonna say she could have done it. Oh, no. Yeah, of course, the old, you just proved something that makes the defendant look even more guilty trick. Oh, okay. Ah, we've got one of these things. Yeah, I've seen one of these earlier in the series, so... Gloomsbury used theirs. Thing is, though, someone could easily have stolen someone else's card. Wasn't Ellen's back at the mansion? Someone easily could have just taken her card and used it there. Last person to enter the hole was the defendant. But again, it could have very easily been someone else using their card. Just had a crazy idea that it was Larry, somehow. I mean, and it makes sense for him. So Gloomsbury went in first, then... Let me just check. Pierce then went in. And then Ellen. And I still don't suspect that it's... Again, this just proves their card was used, but it could have been anyone using the card.
Objection!
Yeah, it's a bit too soon to be throwing suspicion on him. That may come later. Rarely. But you're admitting that it sometimes is. Yeah, they could have easily gotten rid of the lantern. Oh yeah, she did! She specifically volunteered for cleanup duty at her own wedding, which is very strange. That clearly does not make her look good. Well, this pretty much always happens in these games, so where do we go from here? We have at least revealed a lot of new information. And hey, that's one of the few mentions Athena's gonna get this whole case, most likely. And fangirling. Yes. Humiliate Phoenix for stress relief. Everyone in this series' favorite hobby. You know, I think someone else is gonna throw this court into chaos. I have an idea of what might happen. Do we have anything? I think we're going to have to rely on... I know we're going to be cross-examining Larry in day one of the trial. Oh, hey, yeah, I brought this up earlier. I'm imagining him delivering that in kind of monotone. I assure you, I'm not bluffing. Oh. Oh, yeah! I thought we'd have to bring Larry into this. He's always the one to bring in when it looks like a verdict's about to be announced and you need to throw everything into complete chaos beforehand. Edgeworth is really going to freak out when he sees us present this. Oh, he's not gonna like this at all.
Take that!
I thought he'd be getting into this pose over that. Yeah, he was told to keep quiet about it because of the pterodactyl. For some reason. I know that's going to be relevant somehow, but... yeah. The question is, what the heck does it mean? Yeah, he could have very easily screwed everything up, like he always does. Yep. His theme is playing and he's not even here. No. So he actually is here. Classic Larry. Oh, I don't think any amount of preparing is going to get us ready for Larry. Larry testimonies are always hilariously crazy, so I'm looking forward to this one.